on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Bell. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Green 39! Green 39!
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, the 30. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now Roethlisberger signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with the keeper, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Fights through, and now a crease. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
This is Coleman. Yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. On to stop Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A good pickup there, a 22. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to... The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. All right, son. Jack 16. 8. All right, son.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Detroit!
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Darnold to throw again. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Darnold. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again is Darnold. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Leopard! Detroit!
Darnold on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit!
Darnold from the red zone now. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Again, Darnold. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from it.
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down throw, Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, 30, 20, 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Here comes Nelson. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Oh, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Darnold. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, Well, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the ball is knocked out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They begin the drive to Coleman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action. It's Darnold. Rolling to his left. Drops it off for Coleman. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got it. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 5. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Flushed out right. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sutton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's go forward and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, focus.
Roethlisberger will throw. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.